On the count of three, everybody.
Ready?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, thanks, Brian.
Wow, you were good. You were good. Oh, we're in the same picture now. Oh.
So, you know, Jeff, we could, out to the crowd, we could just have you stand here for the next 30 minutes and let them admire you.
Not true, not true. Andrew Goodwin. Andrew Goodwin.
Well, what a week you have had. What a week you have had.
I had a big week. I haven't been home in a couple of weeks. I went to, I left Los Angeles, where I live, to Venice, Italy, where this movie that I did, you may see it around here, around these parts, it's called The Mountain. It's with me and Ty Sheridan from Ready Player One. And it was in competition, so-called, at the Venice Film Festival. And we were there hobnobbing with everybody else, you know. There were a lot of fancy people there. We showed the movie. People seemed to like the movie. And then I went to London, where I was doing publicity for this jazz album that is just coming out, because I play piano in a jazz group. Thank you. And we're releasing this record on November 9th. It's called Jeff Goldblum and the Mildred Snitzer Orchestra, the Capitol Sessions, the Capitol Studios Sessions. That's the name of it, but you can pre-order it now. Not that I'm selling anything, but you know, if you want to look it up, you can pre-order it now. In fact, there are a couple of singles that have been released, so you can hear 2 of the singles, and then it comes out on November 9th. So, you know, if you feel like it. Anyway, I was in London doing publicity for that. I went to one of the subway stations and played unexpectedly for people and enjoyed that. And then what did I do? Then I was being honored, believe it or not, it's so sweet, by GQ, you know that magazine, Gentleman's Quarterly. They were doing their Men of the Year Party Award, and they gave me some icon award. They called me an icon, and I have it in my suitcase. Thank you very much. I got it in my suitcase, and we saw a lot of fancy people there. Prince Charles was there, my God in heaven, and you know, everybody else. Chris Hemsworth was there, and Chadwick Boseman, and Tom Hiddleston introduced me, gave me. That's so funny. So there were a lot of great people, and then and then as soon as I finished, I came here so I could be with you. That's what I'm doing. Thank you.
This is a little different than your typical Q&A. We do it more of like a talk show style.
Okay.
Yes, we have a bit of fun. We do some surprises for Jeff that I think you guys will get a little bit of a kick out of.
Good, I like surprises.
You like surprises? Yeah.
We haven't talked about this at all. I have no idea what you're going to do.
No, we do something different every time. We try to change it up a little bit.
You have a question? He has a question? What's your question? I live in Jurassic World. Yes.
Oh yes, Jurassic World, yes. I know you briefly talked about it there, but I do want to talk a little more about the album, because it's a big deal, it really is.
Oh, it is for me, I'm excited.
And for those of you that want to see Jeff perform, he plays every Wednesday in Los Angeles, Los Feliz, at a club.
Yes, if you're there in Los Angeles, come to Google Rockwell, that's the name of the club, and they'll tell you if I'm playing on any given Wednesday, because I play every Wednesday that I'm there in town with my band, and if you're there, come and tap me on the shoulder, and I'll take a picture with you there, and you can hear this jazz music that we play. Yeah, so come on, Rockwell.
And you're going to be touring London and Paris.
We're going back, and our band is going to play Ronnie Scott's, this kind of well-known jazz club in London, and then we're playing a couple of shows at the London Jazz Festival, and then we go to Berlin, a very happening city, so-called, and then to Paris, a city you've heard of before maybe, or been to before, and we play jazz there. How did I get so lucky to have this life where I play music like this?
So the important question is, when do you get stateside with the tour?
Well, besides playing every night at Rockwell, we have a couple of dates coming up. As a matter of fact, John Mastro would know in like Napa Valley, there's a big festival that we're playing, and there's another festival we're playing. We were playing a bunch of festivals, so and then we go around and about, and then we'll play more. I'll bet. Well, we'll see how well people like this album, you know. And, but we like to play.
And of course, as far as
You have a question? Any questions?
play here, Salt Lake. Yeah.
I'd like to play here. Where could I play here? Do you know of a club here that's good?
No.
I bet there are great clubs here. Really? Because, you know, I've never been to this city before. I've never been to Salt Lake before, I don't believe. I was in Park City like a million years ago playing Ichabod Crane in that movie that they put on the TV. Thank you. But I've never been to Salt Lake City. Shame on me. I love it. I want to move here.
I think they approve.
I'm coming. Let's be neighbors.
And what did we see you in this year? We saw I Love Dogs.
I love dogs. I love dogs. Yeah, Wes Anderson, genius director, with whom I'm always thrilled to work.
Hotel Artemis.
And Hotel Artemis, a little movie that I did with Jodie Foster, the great Jodie Foster.
Yeah. Thor came out on DVD,
Thor.
which of course the Grandmaster.
I am the Grandmaster, that's correct.
Which I will tell you that getting to know Jeff over the last, year or so that we've been doing these, he is more like the Grandmaster than you realize. He really is. I said to him earlier, I said, you weren't acting, were you?
That's so funny. What do I say? I pardon you from life.
See?
Yeah, that's me. And what else did I do? Then I did the Jurassic World movie.
Yeah, how did we forget that? Dr. Ian Malcolm.
And those are the four. We had Dr. Ian Malcolm, and then there was that statue that they put up in London. If you saw a picture of it from the original Jurassic Park, because it was the 25th anniversary. So nobody told me. I just found out about when they put it up, and it was a great big statue of me with my shirt kind of around my navel, you know.
That was the one complaint from the new Jurassic World movie, Erin, that you had your shirt on through the entire movie. So maybe in the next one you can.
Yes. Well, I was sitting at that table the whole time. I had my pants off, but you never saw it. They never revealed it, unfortunately. Sadly, very sad.
And the internet is burning up with you constantly. The latest thing that I read, and some of you may have read about this, there's a thrift store somewhere in the U.S. They sell these frames, and they had 50 or 60 frames, and they put your picture in every one of them to sell.
Every single one.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah. I think you had something to do with it.
Nothing, not a thing. Not a thing. I didn't, I swear. I didn't. But we're going to have pictures. I've taken pictures now today, and I'm going to take more pictures with
Yeah.
And we're going to take more pictures with a bunch of people. I'll bet right here. And then I'll see them maybe at the autograph table, because I'll see the pictures we've taken. I'll sign them, and then I go on my Instagram, #Jeff Goldblum, and I see sometimes when many of you have posted those pictures, and I look at them, and then I see I look at all your pictures that you've posted. So I find out a lot about you. I feel very close to you. And I feel we're getting very much closer, too.
Yeah, and hot ones. You're eating chicken wings or vegan chicken wings.
You know that show, Hot Ones? Yeah, that guy is nice. And we talked while we were eating these spicy wings.
You took the smallest bites, though.
Dainty little bites. Well, I was worried about the spicy food. My doctor said, don't lay off the spicy foods, because your golden throat, needs to be protected. And spices can sometimes disrupt the resonance, and so I was very dainty with it. But I still ate all the spicy foods.
Oh, you were a trooper, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And more so, you were wearing white pants too while you were doing it.
Well, you'd think they were white, but they were a very soft pink. They were a soft pink color. Yes.
You GQ icon, you.
And these boots are new. I just got these boots. Don't you like these boots? Yeah. And that, they're just breaking in. I thought they were going to be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but I like them now. They're really good. And then I got these velvet pants. I've never owned velvet pants. They're velvet pants. And then I know I've had black leather jackets before as Ian Malcolm and but I just got this one. I told you it's in the shape of those denim jackets that you get in Levi in denim. But this is black leather. What do you think? What's the matter with me? That's the question. What in the hell is the matter with me? I apologize.
Well, we do these things, we've done a bunch, and what did we do last time? We judged a costume contest, we did the top 10 reasons Jeff Goldblum is hot, but we've done something a couple of times, and it got the biggest response, and coming to Salt Lake, a lot of you wrote in and asked for Jeff to read live tweets for
Nothing about this?
So he knows nothing about this. He hasn't seen these. He didn't know we were going to do this. I'll probably get fired after the show. But I have, and these are all real tweets that Jeff hasn't seen, read, or anything. And what do you say? Should we get him to read some of it?
I wish I could meet each and every one of you personally. Well, I have, and I'm going to by the end of the day, but not maybe each and every one of you. You're so nice. Everybody's been so nice today, and so sweet, and so beautiful with I love your costumes. You're so welcome. It's my pleasure. I love being here very much. You're so beautiful. Very, very beautiful. I'm a little bit falling in love with each and every one of you. I hope that's okay. I love you. Okay, so I'm going to read these tweets. All right. Take off my glasses. I see better without my glasses on when I see close. Okay, ready? I've not seen this before. From official, parentheses, unofficial, Kaibakor, whatever that means. It says, Jeff Goldblum is like an amazing granola mix, makes you happy to be alive, and is a little nutty. Well, I'm more than a little nutty, but I like granola.
It's healthy. It's
yeah.
healthy.
I like Berkshire muesli. You know Berkshire muesli? It's wet. It comes wet. I like it. Berkshire muesli.
Again, we'll go back to that nutty part. Okay,
Oh, yeah. If I were a nut, what kind of nut would I be? If I was a specific nut, I'd be a cashew. Why? The curvature?
What's the long, is it a Brazil nut? The big long?
Oh, yes. The long Brazil nuts. I may be a Brazil nut, but myself, I don't favor the Brazil nut. When I get a mix, I like, and the filbert, I put to the side. I like the almond, the classic almond. I love the cashew. I love a pistachio nut. The saltier, the better. That's my nut review. But those Brazil nuts are big, and they have a kind of a, bitter flavor? Or not so much flavor? Do you agree? I don't know. No, I'm sorry, Brazil nut people, but I don't like them. You're my hero. I love you. How about peanuts? You like a peanut? I like almond butter. I like peanut butter.
Huh.
I'm a fascinating individual. I know.
Aren't you though?
I like all the butters. Okay, here's the second. Now, this I'm sorry, I'm not making this up. I've never read this before. This is from Jeff Goldblum's whore. Jeff Goldblum's whore, that's what he or she calls themselves. Okay. And he or she says, oh no, I see a picture, it's a she, it is a she. Says, Jeff Goldblum, please redacted my redacted. Please something my something. And then it says, I love you.
So you got pretty detailed about the nut one. Explain that one, Jeff.
Well, we would only all of us have to imagine what Jeff Goldblum's whore is getting at here. She's redacted it. So she wants me to do something to her something.
Huh.
Whisper in her ear.
Yes.
And then she says, I love you. Well, Jeff Goldblum's whore, I love you too.
Oh, what a sweet girl.
I fall in love too easily. I fall in love too fast. Etc., etc. Okay, shall I read the next one?
Yeah.
This comes from Lemon Lime. Lemon Lime. And they say Jeff Goldblum will be in SLC this weekend. What's SLC?
Salt Lake City. It's been a long week for him.
Of course, Salt Lake City, Salt Lake City. What does LA stand for? How'd you know that? That's right. That's nice. Jeff Goldblum will be in SLC this weekend, and in doing so, will expel all hatred, crime, and poverty from this wasteland. And then they finish with, "We shall all be purified once more."
It's like you have to. Bless you. You just shorted out that $10,000 monitor that we had in front of us here.
Now I can't drink from that anymore. Oh, who has a bit of a towel or a towelette of some kind? Oh, never mind, never mind.
Use our notes.
Well, let's see. Okay, the next one comes from Porg, P-O-R-G. They say, and what is Porg? Should I know what Porg is, or that's just their nickname?
I don't.
Oh, my darling, thank. Oh, sweet.
Post that on eBay!
When did I become Tom Jones? What's the name of it? I apologize again. I don't know what's going over me. So Porg, I don't know what Porg is, but let me see.
From Star Wars!
What is it?
Star Wars!
Star Wars? Star Wars. Ah, there's something to do with Star Wars.
Oh, there's a character in Star Wars called Porg? It's a penguin. What if I were a character in Star Wars, which one would I be? Yes, here in the front row, yes. The Emperor. Yeah, I guess I don't lie and all that stuff. Thank you, I am the Emperor. I like these four kids in the front row.
Yes.
Porg. I wouldn't be Jar Jar Binks.
No.
No? All right, let's see. Porg says, every time someone mentions Jurassic Park, I think of Jeff Goldblum and literally start to drool. That man aged like a fine private school tuition money wine. I think I get it. Yeah. All right. Very good. I think we better get through all of these. I don't want to run out of time. Okay, Jesse Santos. Jesse Santos. Is there a Jesse Santos here? Hello, Jesse. Jesse says, hashtag Jeff Goldblum, you are the zaddy of all the zaddies in the entire world. I really don't think anyone can be at your level of fine-ass zaddiness.
What is this zaddiness?
I don't know. Do you know
That all
what
these
zaddy is?
youngsters are talking about. This
Yeah,
zaddiness.
these youngsters are talking about zaddy. What's zaddy? Zaddy. Yeah.
There's a 10-hour clip on YouTube of Jeff purring if anyone's interested.
Zaddy. That's not the same as Zadie, is it?
I don't think so.
All right.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay, Zaddy. That's that one. So this is all done with this. Now you don't need these for archival purposes.
I
Who
do
would
not.
like this as a great keepsake that will keep forever? There you are. Thank you. There you are. Keep that forever and ever. All right. Here's the second and last page. Jesse Strickland. Jesse Strickland says the heat and humidity in Jurassic Park must have been horrible. Why did Jeff Goldblum choose leather pants?
halfway through you took your shirt off, so it was hot.
That was hot. But they're incorrect. No, I never had leather pants. They're mixing up my leather blazer originally with my pants. No, those were a nice cotton or a Levi or something like that. But I'll tell you this, now that you brought it up, I didn't see this. I was shopping with the same day that I bought these 2 weeks ago, well, a week and a half ago, these velvet pants. I tried on a pair of leather pants. They were, I've had them on before, I wore them in a movie once, but these were stretchy. They were pretty skinny, and I didn't have the gumption to get them. I did not get them, so I'm not going to be wearing those leather pants. What's happening to this young fellow? What happened? Hello? Oh, he's making a snow angel of some kind.
So here's what I think you should do when it comes to buying leather pants or not.
Yes.
I say we bring this crowd with us every time you go shopping.
Yes.
And let them decide. So by sound of applause, leather pants or not?
Okay, applause now for those who put the kibosh, would put the kibosh on any leather pants. Say no leather pants.
That's close.
It's pretty even, it's pretty even.
Yeah.
Let's see. So for now, no leather pants, but maybe I'll revisit it, I don't know. Let me see. Finn says, for a very long time, I didn't understand why so many people were so attracted to Jeff Goldblum. Then, like a flash of lightning, I just got it. I can't even describe what it is, but it's there. Hey, that was a good dramatic reading of that.
That was a good dramatic reading.
Yes, yes.
And whoever finds out what it is, let me know, because I want it as well.
You've got it. You've got it in spades. I sit at your feet. I was, not to drop names, but I was at that, in Venice, at a Prada party, believe it or not, with Mrs. Prada, who designs all the Prada wear. Willem Dafoe was there, with whom I've done a couple of movies. He said, oh, Jeff Goldblum. He says, no, I just trail behind you, and when you get done with the book and throw it over your shoulder, I pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just being sweet.
Yes.
And he's esoteric and poetical and like that. Okay, Super Bowl, B-O-U-L, from Super Bowl. Who saw the first game of the NFL last night? Philadelphia Eagles beat those Atlanta Falcons. I'm waiting for this weekend when the Steelers play. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm from Pittsburgh. Well, I know. I don't know whether their running back, is holding out, but we'll see. Yeah, let's see. So Super Bowl says Jeff Goldblum definitely calls himself Daddy in the mirror. And then, quote, he says something like, hey, Daddy, what's up, Daddy-o? How are you doing, Zaddy? That's what he imagines I do in the mirror.
That's what he's probably doing in the mirror.
Maybe Super Bowl, but
yeah, Super Bowl, yeah.
I don't really do that in the mirror. I don't say that to myself in the mirror. No, I don't talk to myself in the mirror, right? And then two more. Shall I go on? Shall I do the two more? All right, from Elle, E-L-L-E. That's French for what? Yeah, her. Is it her or she? It's her, yeah. Elle. There used to be a magazine, Elle Magazine. My wife speaks French. Who knows what this song means? Je pense à Fernande, je bande, je pense à Félicie, je bande aussi, je pense à Lionel, mon Dieu, je bande encore, et je pense à Loulou, le jeune ne bande plus, le bande de son ne se commande pas. What does it mean? Do you know? Anybody speak French? You know what that means?
I think about a lot of things.
Don't look it up. It's dirty. It's dirty. Okay, ready? Elle says, y'all got any weird celebrity crushes? I think she might be Southern, y'all. She says, y'all got any weird celebrity crushes? Oh, mine is Jeff Goldblum. He is 65, and I'm almost ashamed of the things that I would do to him. Almost.
I like the accent. You gave a visual there. You gave a good visual, didn't you?
Elle is from the South. Yeah, sweetie. Yes, I am 65. October is coming, October 22nd. I'll turn 66, believe it or not. I'm old enough to be your grandpapa, most of you. Yes. Come here, my grandchildren. I'll fill your pockets with candies.
You stay away from their grandchildren, Mr. Goldblum.
And finally, to finish up, Madeline, M-A-D-A-L-Y-N, says, if you watch Jeff Goldblum Hot Ones interview at exactly 11:15 in the watching, he says, "Spicy Daddy." And when he said it, I felt my entire soul leave my body.
That is that.
That's that. Who gets the second page? Is it good? First one up. You got it.
So from here, Jeff, they're running behind on the photo ops because there were so darn many.
Oh,
they sold
God,
for you.
come on, I want to get everybody in. I don't want to send anybody
Right,
home
so
that wants to photo them.
and then you're going to take some photos, and then you're going to sign some more autographs before you have to catch your airplane.
Yes, please.
But you guys are in the presence of greatness, and I truly mean that. This guy is a legend. Make some noise for Jeff Goldblum!
Everybody, give a huge round of applause for Jeff Goldblum!